And I usually just start off as, hey, this is Tony Matson with the Wild Cardinal Network. We're here with this week's winner of the Billy Lankford Memorial Player of the Game, Noah Moss. How are you, Noah?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you, and congratulations. You're our
Appreciate it.
third player this year of
Yes,
the WCN Player of the Game. Now, just real quick, you had 16 rushing yards, 16 rushing attempts for 137 yards. That's an 8.56 average. 2 touchdowns running, 1 point after, which is 2 points, 10 first downs, and then receiving 4 out of 84 for 87 yards, 1 touchdown. That's a 21.5 average, 83 yards after the catch. That's quite a game, young man. How did it feel out there?
It felt good out there to be able to get back and play with my team. And
That's just it. You sat out the first couple of weeks. Tell us how hard was that? We started 2-0, first time in school history. How'd that feel, sitting on the sidelines?
it was definitely hard at first. Sort of feeling sorry for myself, but I think it taught me a good lesson about being patient and trusting in God's timing.
Now, as far as timing, you came back for W.S. Neal. How was your health? How did your hip feel and everything?
Yes, sir. My hip felt good. My body felt good the whole game, and I cramped at the end. Probably because I hadn't played in a little bit, but I felt good the whole game. I felt good coming back.
That's the only thing as far as the cramps towards the end of the
Yes,
game.
sir, just a little calf cramp.
It was a warm night. There's humid and everything like that.
Yes,
so
sir.
it was tough coming back after the first game. And when's the last time you actually really got into good practice as well?
Well, last 2 weeks has been raining like crazy. So the last good practice I had, we practiced on Monday pretty good, but I hadn't had any contact up until I got hurt. That was the last time I had any contact practices.
Yeah, so that's good that your body came through W.S. Neal healthy. That was actually a very physical game. I will mention Kamarje seemed to get kind of beaten up a little bit during the game there. I don't know if he got hit extra hard, but towards the end of the game, I just noticed him with his hands on his hips. You mentioned cramping. So was it a physical game? Did W.S. Neal come out fighting?
Yes, sir. They came out. They were trying to hit me hard. They were flying around. I think they wanted to win the game, but it was definitely a physical game.
Now, you came in last year as a sophomore into St. Michael, came from Colorado. You had 500 yards rushing last year and 6 touchdowns total, 250 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. So you're on pace to beat that this year, of course, obviously.
That's the goal.
A lot of times you backed up Martin Cordy. Did you learn anything from Martin last year?
Yes, sir, I did. Martin showed me a lot about how to, just the flow of a varsity game and, getting used to that sort of thing. And Martin was a good guy to sit under for a year.
Now you're the man, so to speak. This year we were all waiting for you to start the first game of the year. Then you had to sit out too. What about defense? You're healthy. You had 9 tackles and 2 sacks last year. Are you going to play any defense for us this year?
Yes, sir. That might be something we look into.
Cornerback.
Maybe more like linebacker or something for when we play Jackson, Mobile Christian, the teams that have those quarterbacks that can run and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you get you at linebacker, keep him from getting outside, to be a good thing. Let's talk a little bit about your linemen for me. You got Rocco Fiappo at left tackle, John Travarius at left guard, Maddox Caldwell at center, Aiden Bodine at right guard, and Grady Skipper at right tackle. And let's not forget Cooper Kurth at tight end. How did they perform for you against W.S. Neal?
They did good. Open up holes and cutbacks and stuff like that. I love my line. We've been working since spring. So, there's that, trust and that bond. I just feel comfortable running behind them. You know what I mean?
That's good to hear.
Yes, sir.
That is excellent to hear, actually. And also your quarterbacks, or your quarterback, how's he doing this year so far? You just watched him from the sideline for 2 games, and now you've played behind him for a game. How do you think he's putting together his season?
He's doing real good. Gunner, he's a dog. He's off to a hot start, and I'm sure he's going to finish even stronger than he is right now.
He's not quite up to the same pace passing-wise that he was last year. But if he keeps handing the ball off to people like yourself and Kamarje, he won't have to pass for 3,700 yards, will he? Now, the coaches, we have a small coaching staff here that just seems to stick around forever. How does that feel to you to have the continuity of the same coaches both years that you've been here now, and how have they treated you?
It's been awesome, having the coaches. It's like a small family, so everybody's real close, and coaches I love all my coaches too. They're great. They helped me get through my injury, and they're always supporting me and just the whole team. They're a great coaching staff.
Now, your father is a high school football coach as well, up in outside of Denver, Colorado. Is that right? What high school?
Cherry Creek High School.
Cherry Creek. And what position does he coach?
He coaches the D-line up there.
The D-line. Now, he was an NFL player as well. Jarvis Moss,
Yes,
Oakland Raiders,
Denver Broncos.
and Denver Broncos. Anybody else?
No, sir, that was all.
Did he ever sack Phillip Rivers?
I don't think he ever sacked him. He got close a few times. And sometimes me and Gunnar go back and watch the games where they play each other. Yes,
That's interesting. That's awesome, actually. And then he's a linebacker coach, you said, or
D-line.
D-line coach, okay. And your mother is down here. She's involved in, tell me again,
It's the
pro-life
movement.
advocacy.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of through social media and things such as that. How does she feel everything's coming up for her in South Alabama?
It's good. We have a lot of family down here, so it's good to be around family and, build relationships where some of my cousins and aunts and uncles, I wasn't that close with them before in Colorado, and now I'm really close with all my family down here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes,
and you
sir.
have 2 younger sisters, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's their name?
Kingsley is 8 and Parker's 5.
Parker's 5. That's
sir.
great. And where do they go to school?
They're homeschooled.
Homeschooled.
Yes,
Well, shout out to homeschools this evening. All right.
Oh, yeah.
One last thing as far as the season and it's looking forward just a little bit. Not everybody likes to do that, but we started out 3-0, first time in school history. We've got Satsuma and Escambia County on the waiting for us here in the next couple weeks. Do you see us going into our bye 5-0 and going up against Jackson?
Yes, sir. I definitely see that. I mean, it's football and anything can happen, but we're a good football team. We're only getting better, and we're cleaning up the things we need to clean up. I think that we'll definitely be 5-0 going into bye week.
As far as the season goes, we like to predict a little bit as far as what we're going to do for the season. I predicted 2 losses this year. Do you pick 2 losses, or do you think you can go undefeated?
I think we definitely have what it takes to go undefeated, for sure. I think we have what it takes to go undefeated. If anything, I think we'll beat Mobile Christian for sure.
That's what I like to hear.
Sir. Jackson will be a tough game. We could beat them, but we just all have to come out hot that game.
They look tough so far. You mentioned they have a running quarterback. Are we going to prepare for anybody else as far as a running quarterback that you see in the league?
I think Mobile Christian has I don't know much about Mobile Christian, but I think their quarterback can run a little bit.
Must be. And it's Mr. Duckworth out of Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That's his name, isn't it? Correct, yes. Yeah, we look forward to seeing him again. He looked like a good quarterback last year, so I hope he's a senior.
He's a junior. He's in my class.
Oh, is he? Okay. So you look forward to seeing him again next
I'll
year.
see him
Well,
next year.
good. Well, again, that's Noah Moss, this week's WCN Player of the Week. Thank you, Noah, and
Yes, sir.
congratulations.
Of
Have a
course.
good week and safe play.
You too.